My name is Tech Sergeant Eric Lauppe. I'm Loadmaster in the 142nd Airlift Squadron, 166th Airlift Wing. I'm here with my son today, Gage. We're going to go ahead, we're going to take a tour. We're going to look in a simulator we have here on site. We're going to talk to some people that fly on the C-130s.
Okay, at 60, you're going to feel the controls jump back into your hands a little bit. That's flying airspeed. There you go. We're going to pull back. That we're flying. You did it. When we get in the air, we can actually bring the wheels up into the airplane so they're not out there causing drag. So you see that handle right there? That looks like a little tire. And swipe that up. Yep, just swipe it up. There you go, gear up. And now you ready to fly? Okay, co-pilot's here. Controlling it.
Senior Airman Bon Cristiano, Aircraft Loadmaster, 142nd Airlift Squadron, Delaware Air National Guard. So the primary responsibilities of an aircraft loadmaster are to maintain weight and balance on the aircraft, manage loading and offloading operations, and take part in airdrop operations. So a little bit about why I joined personally. I joined for some of the college benefits because I am going to school full time. You get to see a lot of really cool things while you're out there doing this job. I mean, I've traveled the world. I've gone to Europe on different missions that we've been on and saw things that I never thought I'd be able to see. And you really get a sense of fulfillment when you actually are doing the job because you get to see the direct impact that you have on the mission every day that you show up to work.
Hello, my name is Master Sergeant Steve Verdinelli, Flight Engineer Instructor with the 166 Operations Support Squadron, 166 Airlift Wing, Newcastle, Delaware. I joined the Delaware National Guard in 2010 to become a flight engineer, and it's the best job I've ever had. Some of the things that we do with that airplane are humanitarian missions where we get to help people on their worst day for a better tomorrow. We perform airdrop where we'll actually open the back and throw stuff out to people on the ground that need it. And we get to move an aeromedical evacuation squadron around, which basically turns us into a flying hospital. With that capability, we can go to anywhere in the world and help people. Why I joined, I've always been proud of my country. I love the military. It's a part of who I am. And to get the opportunity to be a part of this aircraft and a crew with a team that makes the world a better place was what I always wanted to do. The base flight simulator is basically computer screens that mimic everything in the aircraft, and we can implement any problems to help the crew solve them. We can initiate flight patterns, and we can just do in general training. We operate engines, propellers, and all the associated systems, air conditioning, and hydraulic systems that make the airplane go.
All right, this is Sergeant Payback with you. I hope you enjoyed the time you saw there in the simulator. I forgot to tell you a little bit about myself earlier when I introduced kind of our segment today, but I am Sergeant Lauppe, been in for 23 years in the Air National Guard, and one of those people, I'm one of those legacies I kind of joined. My father was in the unit, and I do it for service and pride, and love being out here. I do have one of our commanders. I have our Assistant Director of Operations, Lieutenant Colonel Rob Pike, here with us today. He's a pilot on the C-130 that fly. And we were just going to cover a couple things from a pilot and some operations type questions that I had for him today. So thank you for joining us today, Rob.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, I know you've been a pilot for many years. How long have you been doing this?
All right, so I've been in the Air Force for about 18 years, a little over 18 years now. And I got my wings back in 2008. Okay. So I started off non-flying and then earned a pilot slot and then went to pilot training and got my wings since.
Okay. So you actually cross-trained into becoming a pilot.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And that's one thing a lot of people do out there is, when you join a guard unit, there's a lot of different jobs, and there's always movement, just like in regular world with jobs, there is movement in the military. Now, you did start, I believe you were in the California Guard, correct? And then you moved here to Delaware?
I was originally non-flying. I started out in acquisitions for active duty, and then I crossed over to the Guard when I earned a pilot slot. And one thing I would like to add about that, Eric, if you ever have a goal in mind or a dream, just never stop going after it. It didn't happen for me right away, but I never gave up.
What are some things that the kids could know about being a pilot, or if any of them aspire someday to be a pilot? Like, what are some of the traits, some of the qualities, or some of the things that you feel is important to be a successful pilot in the military, civilian world, whatever it might be?
One thing's for sure is you're gonna have to study a lot and never stop studying. A good pilot or a good air crewman, Eric, as you know, we're always in the books. You have to be. There's just so much stuff that we're required to know. You have to constantly you keep up on it, and things change as well. The other thing is, so you got to keep the grades up if you ever want to fly. Again, never give up. Have that attitude that you will overcome whatever obstacles are placed in your path. And then and also keeping your fitness level up. It's important that we're all physically fit to fly.
And in the Guard, we have various missions that we kind of mentioned with some of our people that spoke earlier. We have humanitarian medical mission. I know I was on humanitarian with you not too long ago, a couple years ago, when the hurricanes hit Puerto Rico, and I know, me personally, that's so satisfying when you can help people. The Guard does have a stateside mission. We are here for the state of Delaware, and there are times that we get called to our nation or our state. Recently, we've been doing a lot of COVID response. A lot of our medical personnel have been doing COVID testing around the state. But I know one of the most satisfying things I've ever dealt with is some of our humanitarian missions, which I had the pleasure of being on a crew with you 2 years ago. And one time it made you feel proud of wearing the uniform and doing the job.
Definitely helping others. So going back a little bit to when I was in California, I was in a rescue C-130 unit out there, and for me, rescuing, bringing people supplies that are in need. And when we have a mission out there, going back to the hurricanes that you mentioned, we had to deliver critical supplies and get people out of harm's way.
I appreciate you taking the time. Is there anything you'd like to say in closing, sir?
Thanks for having me today, and again, never quit. You want something bad enough, you can make it happen.
I'd like to thank everybody for your attention as we've done this. It's been a pleasure for us to do this. We hope you learned a little bit about your local Delaware National Guard. Thanks to Aaron Sokolowski for requesting this, and I hope that the teachers and students all get something out of this. And we really appreciate your attention and your time. Thank you very much.